Okay, we're going to take a look at directed reading A for the Chapter 1, Section 2, called Atmospheric Heating. And we're looking to understand the process of radiation, conduction, and convection. Number one, remember, as you're going through, if I say something that sounds important, seems interesting, important to you, make sure you write it down in the margin. Make sure you have marks next to all your answers, stars or smiley faces if you get them right. And if you get something wrong, make sure you correct that. All right, number one, how long does it take the sun's energy to reach the Earth? It takes about 8 minutes. So that energy is moving at the speed of light, but the sun is 93 million miles away, so it still takes 8 minutes for that light to reach the Earth. Two, what percentage of the energy radiated by the sun reaches the Earth? Only 2 billionths. So the sun produces a huge amount of energy, and only 2 billionths reaches the Earth, but that's enough to provide life on Earth. Three, what percentage of the sun's energy that reaches the Earth is absorbed by the Earth's surface? 50%. So of that 2 billionths, 50% of it is absorbed by the planet Earth. What percentage of the sun's energy that reaches Earth is absorbed by ozone clouds and atmospheric gases? 20%. So that means 20% of the energy doesn't reach the surface of the Earth. It gets absorbed in the atmosphere somewhere. Five is transfer of energy as heat through a material. That's A, thermal conduction. So when two things are touching, we call that conduction. So like if a pot is on a hot stove, the pot is touching the stove, so the pot is heating up through conduction. Six, transfer of energy by circulation or movement of a gas. That is D, convection. So when hot air is moving, that is called convection. So think of like the vents, the heating vents in your house. When the air is moving, hot air is moving through those vents. That's convection. Seven, the circular movement of warm air rising and cool air sinking is convection current. So you've probably heard the phrase warm air rises, hot air rises. And when hot air rises, the cold air falls, and then the cold air heats up and rises, and the air that is at the top cools down, so it falls, and that circular pattern, that's a convection current. And that pretty much right there, a convection current causes all our weather on planet Earth. 8, transfer of energy as electromagnetic waves is B, radiation. So it starts with electromagnetic waves radiating from the sun. 9, explain what process produces the greenhouse effect. Gases in the atmosphere trap heat, just like the glass windows in a greenhouse. That's an important thing in our atmosphere, that our atmosphere traps heat and it keeps us warm because the sun's not shining at nighttime. Sometimes it's cloudy, but our atmosphere keeps us warm enough even when the sun's not shining. And that's because of the greenhouse effect. 10, the balance between incoming solar energy and outgoing energy radiated into space is the radiation balance. So it's important that heat gets into our atmosphere, but also some of that heat can escape back out into space so our atmosphere doesn't get too hot or too cold. 11, increase in average global temperatures is global warming. I like the term global climate change better because it doesn't always get warmer. Sometimes it gets rainier or drier. So global climate change is probably a better term. Greenhouse gases, some examples are methane, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and they are gases that absorb thermal energy in the atmosphere. Well, 13, what human activities may increase the level of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere? The burning of fossil fuels and deforestation. Both those things lead to an increase in carbon dioxide. When we burn something, that puts carbon dioxide into the air. And when we cut down trees, they clean carbon dioxide out of the air. So if we burn or take down the trees, then the carbon dioxide stays in the air. Okay? And then an increase in carbon dioxide could cause more heat to be trapped in the atmosphere, which would cause global climate change. Okay, make sure that you have corrected all 13 problems. Write down any notes that are important. You can add those to the class wiki too.